One of the things that I do is I play on
hot, aren't I?
I play on two different accounts. And we play on the paid one when we do sealed because it's such a consumer of gems. And on this account, we play as though we have more money than time and are willing to spend that. But our main account really is our free-to-play account, where we have only bought the welcome bundle. And one of the things I need to do on the free-to-play account when it's sealed time and we're not actually using it for on-air limited is do its gem grind. So let's do a little lesson on gem grinding with a free-to-play account as a final half hour. If that's not your bag, you can take off. I understand. Some of you have heard this all before. I'm also going to play some Magic. We are going to play some games to grind. But if you want to know how to approach the daily grind as a free-to-play player, I'm going to show you that now. And of course, we'll take AMAs. If you want to ask me, although if your question is, what are your thoughts on the new format? Check the beginning of the VOD. I went on a nice summary of where I'm at with how to approach the format this weekend. Thanks, Hanthor. Beard Stachio, it depends on your win rate in some ways, but the gem value is clearly in favor of traditional, and my sense is that that if you care about building your collection, I would still rather build my collection with that as well. But if you go look at I have collections under my video tab that have different categories, and one of them is stories, soapboxing, and schooling, or something like that. And there is a clip from me yesterday talking about that very question of sealed versus draft for collection building, which kind of covers your question. So, rule number one, free-to-play gem grind is manage your quests. When you log in, you want to be rotating a 500 quest and trying to find a 750. So we have a 500 here. We're going to try and flip it. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter how close you are to completion. You always try to flip a 500. Basically, it's a chance at free gold. Why wouldn't you take a chance at free gold? And we missed it on this one. And now it is so important to take this chance at free gold that we actually don't want to complete this 500 before the end of the day. We're going to grind our daily win gold without making any progress on this, or without making complete progress on this this quest, so that we don't complete it. And the reason why is we're going to get a quest overnight, and if the new quest overnight is a 750, then we need this slot to be sure that we have a 500 to flip tomorrow. So we are going to go out of our way to avoid completing this in our choice of decks here. So blue or red spells, and that's why also, if you have a choice in which 500 you flip, you want to flip the ones that are easier to accidentally complete. Like, we can easily dodge blue and red cards, right? But if this said 500 play 20 lands or whatever, then we're in serious trouble, because it's very hard to win 5 games or 4 games without playing 20 land. It's easy to lose 5 games without playing 20 land. But so keep that in mind. If you do have a choice, you want to go for the you actually want to leave the harder to complete one there, or the easier to dodge one there, and rotate the one that's harder to dodge. And so decks doesn't really, like, we want to win. Like, what we want to do is find a competitive deck that doesn't touch red or blue, that's within our account's capabilities. And our account actually has a lot of good tools, because, like, we play Golgari, that's fine. Has nothing in there. It's probably the most competitive deck we have that doesn't touch those. I made this no creature Orzhov deck to grind one time when our 500 was play some number of creatures, and I had two 500s, play some creatures and play, you know, non-Orzhov colors. So I made an Orzhov no creature so that it got me through that grind. That's the kind of thing you can do on a daily basis, on a day-to-day basis, to really play to keep your 500s available to switch the next day. So let's play with Best Golgari. You can play in ranked or play, like, if I'm playing a really janky deck, I'll play it here. Like, I have a lot of, like, Green Creature Quest. Like, this can probably, like, here, we can do it this way, too. Like, I'll show you another way to approach it. Like, yeah, clearly I made this as a Green Creature Quest deck, but it actually functions here on some level. But when I play a junky deck, I'll play it in the play queue, so I'm not being matched up against better decks. Thank you. Let's move the scene. And this was funny. Like, this is nothing. This is 100% creatures because I had like a 750 for green spells and a 750 for play creatures. So it's like, how fast can I complete it? And then it actually ended up winning some games too, which is kind of funny. Let's go. If we do Elfame, we get Biogenic next turn. That seems good. Although maybe we just want to lead on Beast Whisperer. And let me change what format we're doing here. This is Gold Grind. NA. And we're on free to play. And normally I do this off air, but figured since we had a little time here before I'm truly done for the day, I'd show you how I grind this account off air. Whisper or Ooze? I bet the Whisper eats a bullet from red, but I actually don't mind that. Maybe it will let the Ooze survive. So I'm going to do Whisper here. Oh, when I said they finally made a better Naturalize, well, they made a strictly better Naturalize. There's a card in the new set that is Naturalize, but with a third ability, like a third option. Right on, Brian. I'm glad you're appreciating the explanations. We're going to go ahead and eat that. Great. Pelt Collector will draw off the Whisperer. And then we'll go Wayfinder. I could play the Use, but I like stringing together the draws here. Ooh. Multi-Ooze. Yeah, templating is an ongoing art that I believe Wizards have gotten better at. And if you look at the new templating, especially, yeah, well, the Naturalize is all one statement, and the new one has choose one because it has three options, first of all. There's a lot of templating choices that the team can make, and we've seen a move toward bullet pointing on modal spells. That's called modal. They call them modal spells when there's multiple choices. And I think it's good to have the bullet points on modal spells, even the two-choice ones. I just think it reads better for the average human. You look at my design documents, they are 90% bullet points. Like, bullet points are just a great way to communicate information quickly to people, especially choice-based information. We have 1, 2, 6 mana available. Well, let's be silly. We are trying to cast green spells or whatever, right? So, or what was the quest we're trying to complete? That's all right. There is no mechanical difference, no. It's just a different templating for the same rules effect. Let's do this. And Collector has a solid attack now. And so do you. Not with the Vamp, I guess. We'll send in that, though. We might come in for a big attack here. And remember, we're just trying to complete quests, and since we have kill creatures, we can just do a bunch of blocks here. Let's take the War Boss, the Tithe Taker, eat that for dinner, eat that for dinner, eat that for dinner. Okay, Swampler, I didn't know that edge case, but for the 99.99 or whatever case, it's just a retemplating of the same effect, right? But in the abstract, I just like that approach much better for templating modal choices. Alright, time to ooze. Stay classy, sound effects guy. Gotta text my daughter and make sure she's ready to go. Are you up and ready to leave in a half hour? Question mark. $11:30 a.m. No guarantee my teen is up, that's for sure. On a day where they didn't have to go to school. Keep taking these offers for quest progress. We do want to win, so maybe I should be paying a little more attention to actually winning, but I'm kind of showing you the approach to just, like, I build these types of decks to crank out a 750 if I really just want to get that 750 done. But K-Cat, today, she has to. I have to get her up before noon today, because she has to. But let's... 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Actually, I'm going to put some more creatures down in defense here. Harpooner seems good. Might deck ourselves. It's a real thing if they don't kill it. Let's see what do we have for defenses. I'm going to say no attacks for now. So we stay on defense. Ditch all the land since we'll draw more of it. Velociraptor asks, if you do get stuck with the awful 20 land, 500 gold quest, did you just complete it or try to win 1 or 2 and then leave it? I would just like... Clicking that button is not worth so much that I would just leave it. I would still complete it. We try to do our best, but, you know, I think it's more important to get your daily wins and whatever quest you have that day. This could be another Conqueror's Pride or whatever. Let's be careful about what we choose to block with. Do that. Wait. There, I like that, I think. I think the alternate art Japanese planeswalkers are sweet. I love all that stuff, though. Oh, are they just... They were indestructible? Yeah, whatever. Barely paying attention. Should we do that? No, let's not do that. Let's ooze now. I'm a sucker for the blingy stuff like that, though, so I love it all. And in general, you know, it lets wizards... If you kind of get... If you're somebody who can't really afford blingy cards and... maybe resent them a little bit, at least remember it's an avenue for wizards to generate revenue off of their high spenders, and then they don't charge the lower spenders quite as much as they might otherwise. So there is that. 1, 2, yeah, let's play this, and then now I'm gonna like leave some ooze activations, I think. These aren't indestructible anymore, right? I'll send that. Why not? Messing around here. I do like to play faster decks when I'm grinding normally. Like this is the approach I use when I have a very specific 750 I'm trying to complete. Sometimes you get like I'll get a situation where I have a 750 and 2 500s, and I really just need to complete the 750 as quickly as possible, and then that's when I'll do something like this. But really what we want to do is like be playing the Golgari deck, which is more competitive and can win faster. Although Oppo is being a champ by not just scooping to this. Can we just go wide yet? This is nuts. If I were to buy a boat, what would I name it? I have to think about that one, but I'd probably make it musical or music, magic, or coffee. Would probably be the like what's a good coffee pun for a boat? That's what I try to think of a terrible coffee pun. $20 in library, so we're doing all okay there, I suppose. Maybe we just double ooze now and build up a super go wide. Do we side? Oh, hey, Scooter. I need to be off air in about 15-20 minutes. So what we did is switch to the free-to-play account, which hadn't been playing today, because I need to do the gold grind on it. Like, I'm probably not going to finish the gold grind before I need to get off the air, and when I come back home later, I'm going to finish it. So I figured there might be some people out there who don't know my tips and tricks for maximizing your free-to-play gold grind, so we decided to give that a shot here. And this is a... this only has creatures in it, you might notice. There's this is 100% creature deck. And now, so we got winner of 1 ooze. We still have another ooze. Does it do anything? No. Alright, so we're going to send our non-ooze maker ooze. Oozes. Try to actually win this game. Oh, that's the one I said I wasn't gonna. We'll send that though, because we can pump it up. We can also pump this up. I can start chumping with elves if need be. This one has summoning sickness, so to speak, or entered the battlefield this turn, as it says. It doesn't always matter, but when it does, it can be the difference between a win or a loss, so they're doing it that way. Funny. Sure. Because I need to draw more cards. Oh, that was silly. It was being blocked. We really want to send a message. I'm sending a message to that vampire. Don't come around here no more. I guess I'll stop drawing cards now. When does what matter? Now we just start throwing in front of big stuff. No, what? What are you blocking, ooze? I want you on 3/3s. And you can trade for a 3/3. Oh, that's a different... Wait. This is so hard with all these creatures. There, okay, that got blocked. Now we block there on that one. And then... Sure, we'll go here on that one. There on that one. All right. I think we got him. Want to give it up, Oppo? Thank you. So yeah, you can make a kind of a deck like that. It's silly, but if you know, I really like that the play queue is match made at some level on deck content. So I got to play this janky all critters green deck, and it actually won because it gave us a fair matchup. Thank you, Cheer. But look, we came. Our green deck killed 24 of our opponent's creatures this game. I don't think I've ever killed 24 creatures with a mono green deck before in one game. But let's now just switch to Best Golgari and take that into traditional or just regular ranked. I don't know if this is the latest list. It might not even be current Best Golgari because I'm sure I've filled out more of GRN and stuff, so, but it'll be fine. Looks nice. This is probably when I have my decks that say best whatever, it means I don't have all the cards for the tier 1 version, but it's pretty good. This is probably missing. Probably don't have the Overgrown Tombs from GRN to fill out the deck completely, or maybe it's it's probably even the older sets that I don't have the other dual lands for. We're gonna sneak this. I like our chances against a Merfolk deck with this hand. They're unlikely to remove the Walker, which will give us some life gain and a nice blocker, and then Chupacabra to take out whatever Merfolk Lord they come up with, like that. Raptor asks, do you try to get to gold each season for the sweet one extra pack? Well, I at least try to get to... I mean, isn't... I think the gold max is at gold. Like, you max out gold at gold. So that's really what I'm aiming for. Yes, I have my sights set so high in Magic Life, I want to make gold on Arena Limited. We'll drop a Folly and the Branch Walker, and then set up for the Chupacabra on the Mistbinder next turn if they don't have anything to hexproof it or whatever. And I'm going to library that as well. I think getting the Walker bigger and gaining life make it really hard for the aggressive attack decks to get through a Golgari deck. Ouch. That could be good enough to do us in. We do get we take out the Mistbinder here, obviously. And block elsewhere to survive is the plan. Ooh, I was gonna say, kind of need another Chupacabra off the top, and we kind of got there. That's nice. And take that out. We could have gone to gain some life here, but seems really important to just get the Krasis dead, and then stay fully back on D here. Krasis isn't a merfolk. I suppose it's allowed. I'm going to go for Squire plus Elf over Doom Whisperer. I just want to be bigger on the ground here before going up in the air. And we want that, though. It's not going to get bigger from here. I'm going to go Graveyard on that now, since we don't have any more Explore in sight. I think I'll offer a Branch Walker, though. It trades with one of their real cards or two of their tokens. Both are fine to me here. If they have something like Sleep or, you know, we're dead anyway. Ooh, good to know. Keep an eye out for that. Unblockability will be rough for us. Got another Wild Growth Walker anyway, but here we're gonna play a Tyrant. Doesn't really matter too much between these two. I guess I'll go with the 6 mana. If we draw another land, we can play both of these next turn. But now we can't attack it again. Alright, instead we'll go Walker into Squire. Yeah, they got us with Sleep once already, and I'm afraid of the next one, I'll tell you that. But maybe that puts us out of insta-death range off of Sleep, and we can start sending in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... I think we just send in the Tyrant for right now. I don't know if this is exactly right, but I'm also not super concerned in a gold grind situation playing perfectly. Alright. That's going to be a problem if they get more Merfolk because of the Herald. maybe means we have to start applying our own pressure and force some blocks. If we send in 11, they have to do some blocking. 7, so even these two force some blocks, and then we can add a few extra, and then have Doom Whisperer behind. So I like this, this, and that as being able to trade with everything they've got. Trade or eat. Yeah, true. I could get Chupacabra back and cast it. Oh, I can't cast it now, though. Still might be worth it. I don't think it matters too much. Hello. I think this comes down to Oppo's ability to combo these in time, but nope, they give it up. All right. 2-0 in our efforts to get to at least 4 wins. So back to free-to-play grinding strategy. You get 250 for your first win, 100 for your next 3 wins, and then 50 or like 50 every other win a couple times, and then 25. Like, you can keep playing and playing and playing and start getting these diminishing gold returns. My bar for this free-to-play account is to make my best effort to get 4 wins, to get the 4 wins per day. And then if you're doing that, what that's allowed me to do is grind about 1,250 gold per day, making sure we spin these and making sure we get our 4 wins and playing a little extra when we can. Sometimes you're drafting and you end up winning. You draft a couple times and win 12 times just through draft, and then you get a lot of extra gold just from that. And yes, I do not worry about drafting and playing draft decks that affect the gold swapping. The only time that I get hyper value about the 500 and not completing it is when what I am on for is gold grind. Like, the whole point of us being here right now is to give this account some resources, since we're not playing it in limited right now. But when we log on to play limited, I do my swap and then we go play limited and I don't worry about it. I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta give way to fun or else why are you doing this at all? So, all right, I think we're gonna hit the road soon. Any last shots? You can shout them out here, but I'm gonna give a shout out to my sponsor, Card Kingdom. I really appreciate them taking me on and backing me, and I have no problem backing them. They're one of the easiest companies to pitch for because I use them every week at least. Like, they're my local game store. I'm going down there to play in the pre-release on Saturday. So, and by the way, their physical locations in the Pacific Northwest are a great destination for a gamer visiting our fair city. If you are not from Seattle and happen to be in the neighborhood, you gotta come check out a Card Kingdom. Hell, ping me. Maybe I'll meet you there for a game or something. And when it comes to Magic stuff, if you're not comparison shopping with Card Kingdom, and if you're not giving them a chance to compete, you're doing it wrong, because they usually win. It's not 100%. It never is in business. It's a competitive Magic game out there. But they're at the top of the heap when it comes to being the most competitive. And if I had to choose a place in the dark to get the most value for my Magic dollar, it would easily be Card Kingdom. So if you check them out, let them know I sent you, and that would help me too. I'm going to the Bellevue, Bellevue Mox the Bellevue Mox 4 p.m. Saturday pre-release is going to be my pre-release. Is there anybody else streaming that I could send you to? I imagine most people are off with but Nox is streaming, and yeah, well, with Nox's kindness earlier this week, we're definitely going to go say hi to Professor Nox live, so get ready for that raid. Some of you may be over here with me from him, even. And we'll see you on Monday with new memes, we hope, and a new draft format. It was good. Go catch the vlog, Cincy. We had some fun. Hope everybody has a great pre-release, and see you on Monday, okay? Bye now.